What is up? How are we all doing? It is your friendly neighborhood streamer, Pen Mason. So, like I said, we reached, I don't know if we'll show here. We're recently doing a blitz grind, and we hit our target recently. 2016, where was I? We recently hit our target in blitz of 1800. Now I want to get our rapid to 1800. If this variant of chess was being played, I would definitely raise it to 1800. I kid you. I really love chess 960. But yeah. So the goal right now is to raise the rapid. And yes, for enter what's happening in my screen? Oh, damn. Let me cancel this. I was wondering why this thing kept on lagging. I forgot I'm still on Master Duel. Now we are kind of talking. Okay, still lagging a bit. What's going on? Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah, so though 10 plus 0 exists and it would be good for viewership, like that I can do more and talk, you know. I prefer to play rapid in 15 plus 10. I'm very sorry about that. I prefer to play rapid in 15 plus 10. Prior to when blitz became solely 5-minute downwards, I used to play blitz as 10 minutes, you know, because I like the longer time controls. Rapid for me is. But I hope everyone is doing well. At least with this, I think you get more explanation, more understanding. But I 15 plus 10 games are very short. Very short. Okay, I was hoping to get more 1700 rated players, but let's go d4. d5. Normally the opening phase is not so long, but you notice that I take my time because I really want to be sure about the lines I'm doing. Yeah, normally when your opponent does this, sometimes this line is actually a possibility. It's always a possibility, but sometimes it's an early kind of like pressure they put on you. And there are times I struggle with how to respond to it. But we just play a sort of like Carlsbad. It's not a Carlsbad. Actually, it is a Carlsbad. He's playing sort of like a landing system. Interesting. I can play aggressive with c4. Okay, yeah, so something like this is when you actually start thinking, because your opponent is playing off like the norm. So you have to like calculate and find out like why is he doing this and what is the all-time aim. This feels very slow, and if anything at all, it hints he might want to play g3, g6, or bring the knight here, or bring the knight here. In which case, if they do this, mostly it's to go h5, h4. Whether it works or not, that remains to be seen. But let's play this line. Yeah. I'm still completely fine. He loses the ability to do the normal things you'd like to do in such positions. I have to be careful with a move like this. I mean, all these things play a part. I could have tried to go ham in regards to like that Carlsbad, because I'm sure he's going to take this way, and we do have a Carlsbad pawn structure, and then I can go for a queenside attack, which is likely. I think we should go for it. I want to learn it, so I think we should go for it. If he plays a more okay, so he doesn't play symmetrical, we can go for a Carlsbad. Yeah, and I want to control this square. A knight station on this square is very dangerous. And now I have very simple plans here. I'm a little bit concerned about a specific move, but let's just play this. He doesn't. Okay, I think this is bad. I can choose not to castle immediately, but I'll castle now. Wait. Do I really mind losing this? Because it feels like he wants to come in either here or here. Do I really mind it? I don't think I mind, right? But if he comes knight to h5, attacking my bishop, like castles here, I could play like h3. And then if the knight comes in here, I'm fine. Of course, this bishop does a very good job of like looking at this side of the board. It does. But I don't know if I really care so much. Do I care? Maybe if anything at all, I'd want to trade my bishop for his bishop. So I would want to go h3. Are there any other reasons for which I want to play h3? Because I mean, there are sacrifices. I watched some steady videos where a sacrifice here was played. There are also ideas of trying to get the knight over to, I think, this square. What do I want to do? Let's say he plays here. Is there a way I can avoid it? Nah, I can't. Do I really want to play this? Slot the bishop back. Do I really want to do that? It's a very, like, I think it's an important question to ask. Because I could just castle here. He plays this. Then I play, like, let's say b5. Or, sorry, a4. a4, a5. I could. I'll allow him. I will allow him. If that's what he wants to do, actually. If that's what he wants to do, I'll allow him. Oh, then that really was unexpected. That really was unexpected. Okay. Of course, this move exists. I'm not ignoring it. It does exist. I'm thinking about him taking here and then jumping here with my knight. It's one of the things I'm thinking about, but I don't know how viable of a move that is. It could be good, but I'm just not so sure. I could also go h4, h5, but h4, h5 is a very risky move. I'm really opening myself up. a4, b5 is very slow. I think the quickest one is to go this way. Hmm. Now let's see how that benefits. I have this move, but what does it benefit me? Like, if I come in here, does it benefit me in any way? Doesn't. Oh boy. Oh, I actually paused this and I didn't realize it. Okay, you know what, for now, let's just not put it on. Hmm. I'm very conflicted here. Like B4 is the move. Oh. Like B4 is definitely the move. B5, sorry. But I don't like the fact that after B5, if takes, queen takes, queen takes. I don't like that fact. It could, I mean, it could just be fine. Another thing I don't like is if I play pawn push and then he pushes. I mean, I can take, but I don't know. I feel like it's off. No, I'm not convinced about this. Maybe I should have placed my queen elsewhere, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should have placed my queen somewhere. I could have gone like rooks here and slow played. I think I'm rushing with this b5 move. It's obvious why my opponent is playing this move. I messed up there, so I just have to take this concession. I messed up this. I have to make this concession. Yeah. I realized this knight could actually come in here and pressure my king. I wasn't so much scared of the queen and the rest, but the fact that that knight could actually come in here was really bothering me. Yeah, so like I said, this I had planned it like long ago. It's bearing fruit now. But yeah, I had that move a while ago. I still do think I'm better, but maybe I could have played it much more cleanly. Or is the word much more clean? Whatever is the word is. Yeah, but you can see the time disparity here. My opponent is really not considering his moves. And I think now that he has realized his first error, because that's a pawn, right? Now that he has realized his first error, he's now going to spend the first thing of the game. Granted, I'm thinking a lot, so it makes sense why my opponent does not want to think. But yeah, this is a questionable move. Okay. Mm-mm. Okay. If I play this move, the rook attacks me. I can trade queens, but again, my position doesn't look lookable. I mean, the other thing is this move. Actually, that doesn't work, so it's fine. I don't know a safer move because I mean, here still runs into that. So maybe this. Because this also covers the square. This is still not plausible. If I can win his bishop, I will also be happy. Like, there's so many nice things that are happening so far. And it's just a pawn, but I mean, if we can really play well, this pawn will be a very big advantage. It can always be a draw, depending on how we play this. It can always be a draw. Is he okay with me doing that? My guy here is vulnerable, so I'm okay with this. Check. Did I just say check? It's not a check. Actually, this doesn't help me. I'm making it easier for my opponent to stress me out. Yeah, I should be careful. I'm playing fast now. Yeah, because I mean, opening up myself to attacks. Yeah, so you saw my ridiculous plan. I can play slow, I can play fast. Oh, else, tongue twister. Unfortunately, I've given my opponent activity. I was trying to get active, but I gave my opponent activity rather. This is a little bit of a greedy move, but it has a purpose. I expected a much more aggressive move from my opponent there. He didn't play that. Hmm? Ah, that's interesting. Hmm. Okay, so takes, queen takes, comes in here. What does he do now? I mean, he can only come here, can't he? I don't think he sees mine. Yeah, he doesn't actually see my threat. And since we can do it in a fancy way, why not we do it in a fancy way, right? So we can just say we sacrificed our queen. He sees his, but he doesn't see mine. And that's where the problem comes from. It's actually a very interesting game. So that's another reason why I played here. One of them was to target this guy in case he got greedy. Like for example, not greedy per se, like tried to do the exact same thing I did. So let's say I came in here and he came in here and he came in here. This is the main reason I put the queen on that side of the board, right? But yeah, this is what happens when you don't think. Now my opponent started playing more aggressively when he realized that he was losing, and he actually started thinking a little bit more. But still, he wasn't thinking like adequately enough. Like he wasn't thinking enough. He could have done that. So try and spend the time. It's 15 plus 10, right? Look at the difference in time. And we'll move 31, right? Spend the time thinking. Don't try to nepomniachi the whole thing, right? Once you get to his level, maybe you it's very easy for you to like understand it because you know the lines, you know the variations. But at our level, I think you should take your time. Right. So let's look at this. I don't think I played this well. I mean, we saw everything. At this point, everything was fine. I think queen here is okay. To be honest, I was kind of looking at this and whether like this, I could do something on this side of the board. I wasn't so sure about that. This could also just be fine, but I wasn't so sure about like allowing these trades. And I wasn't sure if I could play on the queen side. I just wasn't so sure. Especially looking at the fact that he was going to try like pressuring me on this side of the board. Maybe it's fine because I mean look, takes pawn push, you can take again. We re-get the Carlsbad structure. I can castle and put my two rooks here just to kind of like demonstrate a funny thing here. Let's just say my opponent develops the brook. Let's just say takes because he would want to do this, right? Making moves. I could still try and get this structure with my bishop here and castles and then put my rooks on this side of the board, right? With very good queen side pressure. So I felt that would be a nice way to go about this whole game. But anyways, that's not what happened. I went this way, which I also think is fine. I don't see any future potential of like a Greek gifts. I don't see a future potential of that, but I mean, I think the queen here was a much better. And still, I was a little bit hesitant. I wasn't so sure which one I would have captured with. But maybe I would have just done this still, right? Maybe. Maybe I would have still just done this, or I would have just done this still. Yeah. Takes here. And this is a Carlsbad pawn structure. And I've been learning this structure for some time now. And there's only one idea I know, which is the whatchamacallit, the minority attack. I'm still trying to learn the other ideas, but right now the idea I'm learning is I'm really trying to master more is the minority attack. Of course, the other lines I'm learning them, but the minority attack is what is in my head. Which is why I played this, and if my opponent, in this scenario, if my opponent took, I would have come in this way. I know this is a move, and I was going to allow this. I kid you not, because I wanted to go for a minority attack. Again, that's why I said I kid you not. I know it's not a preferred way to play it, right? I just wanted to force the minority attack here. It might not work, but I mean, anyways, so that's the idea I was going for, and he allowed this, which was, I mean, very strange. Of course, like I know maybe I could have gone here. So that if the bishop goes back, then my knight can be stationed here. But I wasn't so conversant with the knight being there. I wasn't so confident with the knight being there. So I looked at what did I look at over here? I looked at, okay, castles was the first idea, and I was looking about how I would progress here. Should I immediately go pawn push? Should I play a4, a5? Like, how do I get pressure against this bishop? You know, takes, and then here. And this is a very dumb move, right? Because we instantly just liquidate the position. Not in liquidate, so that's a very wrong term to use. But I mean, what advantage is there for me? If you would say that I have anything in this position, it's basically the fact that this pawn is isolated. But then he has a pawn majority on the queen side. I mean, you could say he has 3 pawn islands versus my 2, but I don't see it. Right? This could just be even, maybe slightly better for white. I don't know. I'm not so sure. Yeah. So when my opponent played this, then I realized that, okay, I thought I could have allowed this, but I can't, right? Of course, this is not a move. Coming back here, I don't see it. I don't see what this does for me. Maybe there is something it does for me, but I don't see it. Then I looked at just ignoring my opponent and going, let's say, takes. And then if he goes takes, I take. And then I realized that this move exists, which I can't defend. I don't know who this guy is. Yeah. So that's basically what I was looking at, right? So the moment I saw this move, then I was a little bit worried. At first I wasn't so worried, because if I take here, then there's a blockade here. 1, 2, right? So that's what I was thinking. But the moment I saw the knight move here, I was like, okay, I've actually made a mistake, or maybe I've messed up a bit. And so that's why immediately I played this move. I calculated, and I was like, okay, then I just have to go this way. And that's the way I kind of like saved the position, right? I was in a bad position. That's the way I kind of like saved the position. Again, the same issues present itself, in my opinion. But here I was actually thinking that I would go this way. I wouldn't take. I would go this way. Of course, if you now come and block with your bishop, that's not a problem. I can now go, for example, knight takes. I can go queen takes. I can even just play rook here and not take immediately. So that if you think you can play this, then I just come in this way. Which is actually wrong. Why? Takes. But what am I missing here? I actually don't see what I'm missing here. Wow, that's actually interesting. Huh. Is it just the... Oh, yeah. That is interesting. That is actually quite interesting. Yeah, I was that blind. Yeah. So, okay. So that move was not an option. I don't know if I would have seen it in the game, but fine. Yeah, and now he gets a weak pawn here. And at this point, it's winning, but you still have to be careful, because the difference between the first position I showed, where he had a pawn majority here, is now he doesn't have that pawn majority. So this pawn can easily defend this. He can't create a pass pawn here. You have an isolated pawn here. You have a double pawn here. His pawn structure is just bad, right? But then he manages to... Yeah, I was a little bit questioning this move, because I was, for example, what was I thinking about here? I was thinking that if my opponent played this, I maybe would have to go here. And I was a little bit worried about this, because now this is coming in. Again, maybe I can defend, but again, now this is coming in. But yeah. That's what I was kind of thinking. That is what I was kind of thinking. But yeah, that was a nice game. That was a nice game. Just my opponent got very aggressive, and at some point he wasn't even considering what I was doing. He did make some like considerable threats. So I'm actually thinking that maybe, I don't think that would have worked either ways, but I was considering this. Maybe I was saying that maybe I should have played this, allowed my opponent to take here and then come here, but that doesn't work. I don't think it does, because now your rook can actually do. No, actually it can't. My point is getting pressure on this side of the board, so maybe the queen has to come in. I mean, that's still wrong, right? Yeah, still doesn't work. Yeah, so I could have gone there. I could have sacrificed the pawn. That's if my opponent would get greedy enough to take it, and I could have sacrificed the pawn. And that's what I was actually calculating here, and I realized that it doesn't work because my opponent has mate in 3. Because takes here, here, and then he sacrifices the queen. The same thing I did to him. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. So that's what I was like looking at in the game. Ah boy. Let's continue. Let me okay, I'm going to take this thing off because it seems maybe people don't understand it. So let me just take off the screen notifications. And I'll just leave it. Going to be plain and boring like this. I think. Wow, 1888, 1887. This guy's almost 1900. I love this. But he plays e4. Did I just play e5? I can't believe I just played e5. There is an opening I studied, but I don't know if I still remember the lines. Oh, goodness. I think we can transpose here. It's been a while. Like, it's been a while I've played this specific structure. It's been a while. It's been a freakingly long while. It's been a freakingly long while. And I also hated a lot these lines where they traded. I'm trying to play the Antiphilidors or the Black Lion. Maybe my move on the crowd is even wrong. It's possible. I don't even know. That's how bad my memory of this opening is. Oh boy, this is gonna suck. I should be able to hold him to a draw, even though I'm playing a very like strange, aggressive opening. I'm going to have to use a lot of mindset here. What picture is that? He castles, allows me to play this. He jumps in with his knight, and then we play c6. No, he doesn't. Is he really going to do that? I really don't want to play such a position. I kill you. Taking here just allows him to take here. So many stuff I don't like. Okay, this is just a bad position for me. I'll have to play a different structure here. This move is sometimes possible. Castles, he doubles, I play c6. Or how about c6 now? Now he just checks me. Maybe eventually I'll play g6 and then slot my bishop. Then develop my knight here. I'm under a lot of pressure. I need to free myself. Okay. He allows me to come in here, but that does nothing for me, does it? I mean, I come here, what do I gain? I come in here, possibly he trades. I can play my bishop there. Okay, so knight here, queen takes, rook takes. What does he do? Knight comes in here. c6. 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 That what? I have bishop here. Doesn't do anything. I mean, I could trade off and weaken his king side. But is this really worth it? Like, what else can he do that I'm not looking at? So let's say I come in here. Coming in here doesn't make any sense. Maybe not, because you just lose this. So here, maybe you can just bring the queen back, which allows this. I think I would be very happy, because now the pressure is off me. He could also be goading me into playing such a line. But that seems to be like the very forcing line. Going c6, then queen here, then rook here. I don't know, then g6. I feel like that's a lot of moves, but this move just seems to simplify everything, in my opinion. But this bishop is very annoying, to be frank. This guy's hanging. Originally, I said I would play c6 immediately. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. But I'll go here first. Connecting my rooks. That might be the better option. My point is, maybe if you come in here, I can go takes here. Takes. We are trying. We are trying to get something out of our opponent, if possible. For those who would like some BGMs, this is the BGM. Okay. Yeah, but we have, I mean, the way that this game is going into a more of a drawish end game. But as we all know, he's 1887. Crazy. I think he just wins. I think the amount of points you lose is the amount of points he gains, right? Okay, first of all, I'll take here. Just give my opponent a slightly bad structure. Play c6 to control this knight. Because now I can actually slot my knight in a very active square here. I mean, either square I think is fine. I think what I can do to deal with this guy is to go here first. He doesn't want me to have a fun time. That just force my structure if I come in this way. So let's save rook here. Pawn takes, rook takes. Right? So rook here, rook takes, pawn takes, pawn takes, pawn takes. That is also a move. So rook here, knight here I can take. Normally it's not a good idea to do this. Aha! Does that even work now? Rook here, bishop takes, takes, pawn takes. Is that even a good idea? I don't think so. I can just come in here, right? Usually when your piece is being attacked and you decide to attack another piece, it may not be a good idea. I'm trying to look for how it will not be a good idea over here. Let's go for it. Again, this is a scary stuff. This is scary stuff, sorry. It's a very strange move to find, even for me. And that whole concept, I actually learned it very recently. I joined Tiberian stream and he was discussing these type of things. Yeah. I don't know if this structure is correct. I think I'm winning. No, but stop. I should stop using the word winning. I think I'm slightly better. I get his point. I do get his point. If I play bishop here, thinking that I'm targeting here, he's going to play this move. After takes, he's going to get an active position. Am I willing to allow that? Because ideally, if he had played this first, right? If he had played this first, I would just play this, and after takes, I can just deal with this position. So I'm thinking that I should play this move. I can play this move. That way, if he comes in this way, I can still go this whole idea. That way, he doesn't infiltrate like completely. Then eventually, I can bring my king, put my pawns on the dark square, and the bishop has no real strength. I can easily take this guy out. So I think this is where I have to go. Should the rook come in, I'm going immediately for the stretch there. Yeah, structurally looking like, if you look at the points, I'm much better. That's why I'm saying that I think this endgame is actually good for me. Isolated, double isolated. Sorry, isolated. Yeah, Shako is just okay. Doubled, isolated. His pawns are just bad. Pawn structure is just bad. And if we can trade off the rooks, completely winning. So I don't think he's going to play his rook here. I have to be very careful with how the game proceeds from that point. I think my main game plan should be this. I shouldn't rush to capture the pawn, there's no need. Yeah, so this is what Hess calls a collinear move. Oh, that's interesting. I actually didn't look at this. Huh. Does this work? This is complex. So pawn push. That means I'm losing my free pawn here. Pawn push. Yeah, I should push it twice and see if he's willing. So pawn push, pawn takes, rook takes, bishop comes in here attacking the rook. Rook comes in here, rook comes into a7. Bishop takes check, king comes in this way. Rook takes, bishop goes back. He's rather up a pawn. So I think this is the move. Yeah, I think that's the move. And if I play this, he's going to play rook here. Takes, rook takes. Rook comes in here, he has bishop takes. So you guys are very strong and very annoying. I don't like rook b1 because it feels like I'm stuck. But let's just say rook b1, rook b3, bishop takes c3, c5, rook takes c5. Even king to f8 doesn't work. So maybe b6. Yeah, b6, and then he has to move his rook again. I don't really want to play b5, b6, more or less. What I would have liked again about what I would have liked about this move, for example, b6, is that after takes, pawn takes, rook takes here. Even if he manages to, let's say, come in this way, I said I'll come in this way. Bishop takes, check. If I come in this way is to keep putting pressure, then he goes takes, I go take, then the bishop goes back. I was liking the fact that it was possible that my rook would take here. So maybe what I could have done, what I could do is I could play b6. Pawn takes, rook takes, bishop takes. Rook comes into b7, then rook takes here. That's active. Then if he goes bishop takes, I can come in here. And we can work from this point on. That might even be nice. The only issue I have with that specific variation is that this guy becomes passed. So there are two options I like. There are two options I have. That is rook b1 or bishop takes. Sorry, or rook here. Actually, this might be better. Wait, am I hallucinating? Pawn push, pawn takes, bishop, sorry, pawn push, pawn takes, rook takes, bishop comes in here. There's no rook takes. Yeah, that's right. There's no rook takes. I'm hallucinating. That move doesn't work. Hey, what's up? Akins, it's good to see you. B6 takes. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm sorry if my lines are getting jumbled. I'm thinking about two different lines, so the lines are getting jumbled up in my head. Yeah, after b6, there's no takes here, yeah. Okay, let's just go for the safety first move. How many minutes did I spend on this move? 5.5 minutes. That is crazy. Yeah. B6. I was thinking b6 initially, but I realized that he takes control over the file. If I play this right now, he goes bishop takes and I take. He takes. Am I willing to even go for that, to be frank? Does that even work in some way? Because if I go rook here, bishop takes, check, king takes, check, rook takes, I have this. Because if you play pawn push, I can take here. So maybe he's going to play rook here. Rook here. Then I do have rook here. And I can take these 2 pawns, I think. But these guys are very dangerous. I don't know, the safety moves are just looking annoying. The safety first moves are just looking annoying, and I'm not enjoying them. I mean, I could just play b6, you know. b6. And the point is, now this pawn can deal with this guy. That's my... I might be just overthinking this, but yeah. Let me take over this. Let me play this line. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Oh. He prefers to fix this pawn structure. This is what came to my mind first. I'll just play this move. Because the point is now this guy is hanging. If he pushes it, I can take. Yeah, and now I still keep your weaknesses. So I think I'm much better with, I'm happier with that line. So we get the king into the game. We can play this move at some point. Now another plan is to get my pawns to the opposite colored squares of my, I mean, this can easily be a draw. I think I'm making it sound like I'm winning. This can easily be a draw because it's bishop of opposite color. If he can get all his pawns to colors opposite to my bishop's color, then he can easily like deal with my issues. So that's basically what's happening. But that's Akins Akenten. He was my opponent in the last round of the nationals. Apparently I got the ending moves wrong. I made a mistake in that, but again I lost and we kept that. He didn't play any. I don't know if I've forgotten which move it was, but I messed up at some point. I would like to play some moves here. I think I was just playing this. But I'd like to play. If I play this, he also plays pawn push. I play this, he plays pawn push. I can then play this, kind of holding this whole thing together. But then what I don't like is that after this, the bishop can come in. I'm so worried. I'm worried about so many things. I don't know. Maybe the things I'm worried about, I shouldn't be worried about them, but I'm just worried about them for some reason. And that, in view of that statement, I'm going to play this. I think that's a slight error. He could still just be fine, like I said. Maybe I don't understand the end game that much, so me winning this guy may not be a big deal. May not. Let me keep my bishop here before top checks here. I was thinking about him trying to infiltrate here, but I don't know. It's actually a good move. Again, it's possible I'm playing terribly. Maybe somebody else would have won this position, but it's possible I'm playing terribly. Well, I think he's going to do this at some point. I don't know. I think this is a drop. I want to try. This is how annoying we can be sometimes. I am pretty sure it's a draw, but I want to try. Why do people think that we care about those things? I think that. Wait, that's a mistake, right? Nah, check. He just goes this way. In which case, I can take. And now it's a draw. Maybe I was winning and then I messed up somewhere. Like when I split up the pawns, maybe. Oh, did I really do that? The draw. Before I split the pawns, was there? I mean, the engine might just say this is winning. I doubt it. Because the engine can detect fortresses. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So here, I think is when I messed up. Yeah, I thought I was possibly winning. Engine still says it's a draw. I actually don't know how to assess this. You keep saying that. I mean, like I was saying, Bishop of Usekala is more likely a draw. And I was just trying my luck. Nothing. Yeah, but I managed to play an opening I don't play so well. I think more or less my opponent is the one who liquidated. I think he expected to beat me in the end game, but I think unfortunately for him, Bella Smith, thanks for the follow. But unfortunately for him, what's good? Hey, everything's cool. Everything's cool. I mean, we played a very good game against an 1800 in an opening I didn't intend to play. I normally when I play CE4, I play the Scandinavian, but here I played this, and I played an opening I don't really play. And I think we had a very bad position in the beginning. Engine says otherwise. I didn't like my position, but after the trade here and this move in particular, I felt in control. But I guess I was overestimating my position because the engine just said it was going to be even. And from this point on, the game did become even. And still good decision, I think, from me to come in here. Again, my reason for this is, again, I saw my opponent could go this way. And after takes, he comes in here. I saw this. And I was just looking at this and I was like, yeah, I'm having a wonderful day. You can't easily come in here. And I was looking at maybe he wants to defend it this way. In which case, now I get these guys. That's what I was like calculating. But again, the engine is saying it's completely fine. Damn engine. I am. Yeah. I don't know if I played the opening. Yeah, because I think in the Philidors they go this way, and then you play this. No, the Piet. I actually don't remember, but I know it goes something along the lines of this. I think it's. I don't think it's knight. I forget the move you play here, but I did bishop first, then knight, then knight. No. I think it's d4, d5, and this. How do you play the Philidors again? No. Yeah, now I remember. You go this way first. Sorry, you go this way first. Yeah, so still I hadn't played it correctly. And the point, if your opponent goes in here, mostly you want to play this, but this enters into the Piet, right? So what you do is you play the knight here so that you get what we call the anti-Philidors defense. I think they played either knight here or bishop here, one of them. No, sorry, that's wrong. They played this and then you go knight. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. They go knight, your opponent comes in with knight, then you go this way. Then the moment they played bishop here, then that's when you get what I'm looking for, which is the lion's defense. So that's what I was trying to like remember, and I couldn't remember it, but you can see how the position sort of resembles. What I do normally hit is when my opponent trades in this specific line, so you can see that it looks quite similar. So I was just kind of like transposing, I was relating the positions, and that's how I got this. So it looks kind of similar, but not so much. But the ideas I think are the same. Here I was a little bit conflicted. I was literally considering this. I was not happy. Yeah, I'm having a wonderful day. Yeah. He knew it was a draw, but he wanted us to play it. No, sorry, I wanted us to play it. In case I could create something. The more I looked at it, the more I couldn't create anything. Okay. Now we can play what we actually intend. Okay. Like John Bartholomew would say, we are playing a French on steroids. If I play here and he takes, I don't think I want to take with my queen, do I? I think I take immediately, right? It's going great. Please don't follow that statement with editing and stuff, because I am not interested at the moment in getting an editor. Just putting it out there. Am I being tricked? I take knight comes in this way. Actually, if knight comes in that way, knight takes, bishop takes, queen takes, knight takes, takes. What do I lose? I lose 1, 2, 3. I gain 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm done. That's so I can do takes, knight jumps in here, and I just go back. So that if the rook comes in, then I just hide my queen. I don't know, I feel like I'm falling for a trick, so let's just fall for the trick and learn from the trick we fall for. We just got out with a pawn, but we are still behind in development. Okay. Because that's how many moves with the queen. That's 1, 2, 3. Like, that's so many moves with the queen. That is going to be a bad move. Okay, I was going to go this way, but he doesn't allow that. Ideally, you want to go this way, but now after bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. I don't know how I'll play that position. I mean, I can give him the pawn. Oh boy. I don't know, h4, h5 is a move. I don't think it's a good move. No, he finally moves his knight. Do I want to play this move? No, I don't want to pin my knight. He could be trying to come in here. Maybe I'll just trade off with my bishop. I think that's fine. Stopping this pawn push if it was supposed to happen. Yeah. So now we have 2 pawns. So I don't lose castling basically. I think he's expecting me to do something of this sort, but taking with this, my pawn here becomes a liability, so I'm looking at just 2 simple moves. 1, 2. I really wish I won that game. I mean, it's not that easy to beat an 1800, so I shouldn't be overly away. Interesting. Opponent is going aggressive. I'm going for activity. So he allows me to take. Once I take, this move is not a possibility, that's for sure. So what is he planning after takes? I see. So takes, he's taking here. I don't like the activity of the rook on that square. So what I can do simply without much consideration is to go rook here, but then bishop comes in here. Pawn push, bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes, pawn takes, queen takes pawn, and he can actually take this. That's wrong. I'm not thinking about how I'll play it. I feel like I'm prepped to defend whatever he has. Is he going to take? I had an idea of pawn push to come in here, but it doesn't work. Because pawn push, rook takes, queen comes in, check, you just block it. It's my screen that's messing with me, or that's actually what's going on. Sometimes I look bright, sometimes I look dim. I think this forces him to trade queens, right? Because even if you come in here, I take, right? I mean, the reason I'm trying to trade off queens is because trading queens gives me the quickest win. My opponent is not wanting to make this. So I guess I have to now push an attack, make him the defender. Once he's defending, trading becomes easy. Pawn push. The rook comes in. Ooh. Pushing is an option. If I play this, let's say he comes in here, I go pawn push, he comes in here, takes those kind of things. Here, he just plays here. But I can just play this. But then he comes forward. Then I play this. Then he has queen check. He come in. He doesn't have queen check. So here, pawn push. If he comes here, I'm winning him, right? So here, he comes here, pawn push here. If he takes, I take. Being overly aggressive. I don't need to be, but if he doesn't want to trade off the queen, what do I do? And that's all I wanted you to do all this while. Oh. I actually want him to take it. Yeah, he doesn't know that it's checkmate. Yeah. That was nice. That was a straightforward win. I think so. Maybe I'm over exaggerating it, but I think that was straightforward. I think, yeah, maybe the end game I didn't play well, but I think that was because it was not really necessary for me to play F. Right, I could have just immediately gone this way and the same sort of position would have happened without this complex thing that I did. So I could have just simply done this, and I don't know what my opponent is going to do in this position. Maybe you can try this, but then now this is not so easily, it's not as easy as the previous. You can still do this, but it's not so. Yep. I didn't need to even defend it, like, I didn't need to. I just wanted to. So yeah, I keep disconnecting at this point. But yeah, we won the last game, which is cool. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. We are just 19 points away from 1800 on Rapid. Our record today, I think we just played 3 or 4 games. Well, we just played 3 games. We had a win, a draw, and a win. So that's a good result. 2 wins and a draw. If we have the same result tomorrow, it will definitely be 1800. Then we can continue with the blitz, raising the blitz to 1900, and then we'll be cool there. But the disparity in the rating was crazy. I had someone lower rated than me. I had someone higher rated than me. And I had someone in my rating range. Anyways, I don't know, is there a way I can edit it? I think there should be a way I can, but that's okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching once again. I have been Mason, and I'll see you tomorrow.